This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. Truman's Farm in Kirksville grows produce and sells it right here in the Heartland. Justin Andrews is learning a little bit more about gardening. Hey, Justin.
Good morning, Ella. Truman State University has a long agricultural history. In fact, since 1910, they have had a farm, and I have joining me this morning, Fran. He's, I believe you're a agricultural student, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So right now we're standing in a community plot, you said?
Yep.
Okay. What's all here? I see some melons here, maybe some pumpkins, some sunflowers. Something's interesting about this. You said that people can come here and plant some of do some of their gardening out here.
Right. This is a way for community to get involved in growing things and in agriculture. If you don't have space of your own to grow something, but you would like to, the university offers 20 by 20 plots that you can come and reserve. It's free of charge. We provide the water as well. All you have to do is provide the seeds and the labor, and you come out and plant whatever you want, harvest it yourself, and eat for the rest of the growing season.
Gotcha. Before we move on, how can someone do that? Do they just come out here and try to get a section reserved for them?
The contact person would be Bill Kuntz. He's the farm manager out here, and he's the person to call.
Gotcha. Now over there to my left, there's some raised beds over there. Talk to me about the different types of gardening that people plant in raised beds compared to other ones.
Sure. So the benefit of a raised bed is you can really tailor the soil to really fit your specific needs. You can kind of build it up and really kind of baby the plants that are in there. So in those raised beds, we have growing some sweet potatoes, and they really like a looser soil so they can form the sweet potato. And so having it in a raised bed allows us to add a lot of manure, which we've done during previous growing seasons, and really create a light, loamy soil that is going to be better suited than kind of the soil that we're left with in the ground.
Majority of this farm, isn't it basically student-led?
It's faculty and staff led, and then a lot of the labor is provided by, the majority of labor is by students.
Gotcha. Now coming up after the break, Ella, I'm going to get my hands a little dirty and see if I can do a little bit of harvesting with Fran. He's going to kind of teach me the basics, and I'll definitely show you on air. Good Morning Heartland continues next. We'll be right back.
And as you know, Justin is hanging out at the Truman Farm, and as he promised earlier, he's now doing a little gardening this morning. Justin, how's it going?
Good morning, Ella. We switched locations this morning. We're inside the greenhouse. Is that right, Fran?
Correct.
Okay, this is interesting. We're standing among eggplants, correct? And it's kind of unusual around here. Is that?
Eggplant is a vegetable that hasn't really been embraced by a lot of Americans, I would say, although it's very delicious in my opinion.
Okay, let's do a little bit of harvesting.
Sure.
Okay, and as we're harvesting, I'm going to ask you a couple more questions.
All right.
Tell me what to do. I'm new at this.
I'm going to go ahead and hand you the shears here. And what you want to do, this is a small one that's not ready, but I just cut it off about an inch, left an inch of stem there.
Okay.
And so that's all you're going to do for these ones.
Okay. So how do you first tell if it's ready to be?
Well, what you're looking for is you want it to be kind of a bulbous shape,
okay.
And if you notice it's still got a little bit of green up here, you're looking for a developed color, and so you want to try to avoid some of that green. This has a little bit, it'll be okay. So you're looking for a developed color and just fullness of shape.
Okay. So this one looks pretty full. So you said cut it at kind of an angle?
Yep.
Like that?
Perfect.
Just that simple.
Exactly.
Okay. So recipes. You can do a lot of things with eggplants, and you said it's a substitute for meat for some.
It can be. Some people will put it in eggplant parmesan. A couple ways that I've cooked it recently is cubed it and put it with other vegetables, potatoes, onions, summer squashes, and roasted it with some olive oil on top, salt and pepper. Roast it for about 40 minutes on 425 or so. Put it in the crock pot, and it really sucks up the juices of if you put some chicken stock, beef stock in there, any other meat, it will really suck it up and get nice and succulent and juicy. Or you can steam it. That's another way. Some people say that's a little bit tough, and so they'll kind of salt it and soak it in a salt brine to get rid of that. Or steaming it is another way, great way to deal with that toughness and put some sauces on top that way.
Make me a promise you're going to give me a meal.
I will.
Okay, that works. Two more questions for you. There's a lot of students that stay on the farm. You all live out here. How is that?
There are 4 students, myself being one of them, who live out here. And in exchange for our board out here, we do 10 hours of work a week, which is taking care of the daily routine of feeding animals, checking on water, and on top of that, some other work that Bill needs done around here.
Gotcha. Students work hard out here, and like I said before, it provides a great agricultural history in which Truman represents. Ella and Scott, I'll throw it back to you.